I took this beautiful picture yesterday in the sky. It was rather an attractive set of looking clouds. Then when I put the picture onto the laptop to look at it, I noticed these anomalous looking objects through it. Now, I found over 30, in fact more than that. We could probably sit down and try and count them. So I've put the photo onto the 60-inch LCD screen, which has been working really well on some of my other enlargement photos that I try to do. So this is an example. There's two there. Obviously they're a wee bit pixelated when you move into such a degree of zooming in, but they do exist and they're in the cloud. Now this is the most I have ever seen in any one cloud. Now here's more of them. For instance, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, and you can see that they clearly exist. They're not pixels in my camera, or they're not issues in the camera, because if you take another photo, the next time there will be less of them, or they have moved, or they won't be there at all. Look at the number of them in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just in that space alone, 11. We keep moving. They just didn't stop. This whole cloud mass was full of them. So my question is, let's agree that they exist. They're obviously some sort of matter. And I don't believe they're birds. I don't think you could capture that many birds all at the same instant that have no signs of head or body or tail or anything else. This is a good camera, so it does pick up a lot of images. And I find when I generally photograph birds, I can tell what a bird is. So then it comes back to, could these be insects? So I thought to myself, well, they could. I can't categorically say they're not. That's a long, long way up in the air. That's a pretty good camera to capture those as insects. Here's a nice sort of dark one up there. So then I think to myself, well, even if they're insects, again, there is never ever any sign of wings or body parts, or they're always these small, oval, disc-looking objects. So there you are. I thought it was another good project to put onto the large screen to show you what they look like. They're just everywhere. I mean, could this be cloud seeding? Because what are these things? They look like seeds coming out of the clouds. You can just go through it over and over. In fact, I will finish the video and then I will sit back on the bigger screen. It's easier to count them, and I am actually going to count the number that are in this cloud, and then I will leave that as a footnote at the end of the video. So thanks for watching. I'm interested in your thoughts. Eyes open, guys. I thought it would be a fairly good idea to show you an example of how a bird in the distance does look on my camera. So using the same settings, sports setting, this was a cloud that I had seen in the sky yesterday, which was February the 12th, and found it particularly interesting to look at. So I thought I would take a photo of that rather attractive cloud. And so again, it's not until I start getting closer in and I saw these two objects up here. So we'll zoom in and find out what they are. Now, you can definitely see there's two objects. And as we zoom in a little bit closer, we can quite clearly see these are birds, because there are definitions of wings on both of them. And you can see a main body and the two wings. That's the second one down there. I don't know how well this will actually show up for you. But that's the difference that we look at when we're trying to discern what those other anomalous, shapeless, blurry objects are. So this is a good example of just how well my camera does capture flying objects at a distance. You can you can see that's a bird with wings. And again, if we just take the photo right back out, that's how far away the birds were, and that's how far I've picked them up. So I think that's a good comparison.